What's going on, Division 2 agents? Welcome back to the channel. It's D Werewolf Gaming back with another Division 2 video. Alright guys, I hope everyone has been doing well and staying safe. Today we were going to be talking about an amazing marksman rifle that was just introduced in Year 7 Season 2 of Division. And this marksman rifle is called the Shroud. Overall, this gun is a powerhouse, guys. Really enjoy using it. It works in all content in this game, guys. No matter if you're on Legendary or Heroic, it works in all content in this game. The gameplay today, guys, I will be showing you is Heroic content because that's where I do spend the majority of my gameplay. I do play Legendary from time to time, but I enjoy Heroic because you're not dealing with so many bullet sponges. Now, if you do want to obtain this weapon, guys, all you have to do is level up your seasonal journey up to level 69, and it will be given to you automatically as a reward. Now, what makes this gun so special is the talent on it. Basically, it amplifies your weapon damage by 125% to the highest ranking enemy that is on the battlefield during combat. So this gun essentially works opposite of the exotic gloves, the Overdog exotic gloves, which amplifies weapon damage by 30% to the lowest ranking enemy that is on the battlefield. As you see in the gameplay, we are taking on 2 rogue agents. And overall, this gun, guys, I was able to take the first rogue agent out in 2 shots. And let me say this now, I am using the global modifiers, but you will see in the gameplay, guys, there will be times when I won't even have the active modifier active, and we still will be doing massive damage. And a lot of people, and I don't have a lot of bonus or benefit coming from doing the retaliation control points because I don't really play that either. So a lot of this damage is just coming from this gun itself. With that being said, I do want to give a big thank you to everyone that continues to support me on the channel, especially those who always have something positive to say, and leave a thumbs up whenever you do like the content.
That's amazing. That's amazing.
Alright, so the star of the show is the Shroud Marksman Rifle. Its inscription reads, the bigger they are. The core stats is 1.19 million with an RPM of 65 with a magazine size of 7. You do have a headshot damage of 314% with optimal range being 50. Keep in mind I do have a weapon expertise of 30% and the core attributes are fully maxed out with 10% damage to target out of cover. The accuracy, well, the weapon handling on this gun is amazing. The reload time is pretty slow, but the talent is what truly stands out on this gun. It's called high priority targets or target. This basically amplifies weapon damage by 125% to the highest ranking enemy currently in combat as per tier hierarchy. So basically, guys, if you look at that tier they have right there, that is the order in which the amount of damage the enemies will receive that 125% in amplified weapon damage. Not going to read all of that because you can see it yourself. Pause it if you need to. Alright, for the mods, we do have 25% increase in headshot damage, 20% increase in reload speed, 5% critical hit chance, and another 20% headshot damage mod, and you cannot change the mods on this gun. For the secondary, it didn't matter, guys. We did have the Thorn shotgun. Equip uses that weapon works best for you. As you can see, this gun was fully maxed out with an expertise of 15% and a 10% damage to target out of cover. When it comes to your build, guys, I do want to point out, as long as your watch level is at least 1000, you will have all the passes unlocked on your watch, and you will be at the baseline of doing the same amount of damage as I am doing. The only difference will be your weapon expertise. The weapon handling on this gun isn't that great. The stability is amazing though, but the talent is what we truly was going for, and it is called Perfect Brazen. You will receive 3.5% amplified damage on the next shot with the weapon for each pellet that hits the target. If at least 4 pellets hit the target, killing an enemy will provide 8% increase in amplified damage. Your sidearm didn't really matter, and for this gear build, guys, we did decide to wear 3 pieces of the hot shot gear set, which gives us 2 pieces gives us 30% increase in marksman rifle damage and 30% increase in weapon handling. When you have on 3 pieces, you will have 30% increase in headshot damage as well. Alright, for the core attribute, we have weapon damage core, and the attributes, guys, we put on 10% headshot damage. For the chest piece, we do have on 2 pieces of the Hasberg guard set, and that gives us 13% increase in headshot damage and 20% increase in marksman rifle damage. For the core attribute, we do have an armor core, and the attributes, we do have an armor regeneration and with 10% headshot damage attributes. For the talent, guys, we did decide to just keep the headhunter talent on. It worked great with this build. Basically, after killing an enemy with a headshot, your next weapon hit within 30 seconds deals 125% of the killing blow's damage. Damage is capped to 800% of your weapon damage. This is raised to 1,250% if your headshot damage is greater than 150%. On our weapon, guys, we do currently have a headshot damage of 314%. So keep in mind, to get the bonus of the wear of that talent, you do want to have your headshot damage greater than 150%. All right, for the holster, it is the second piece of the hotshot set, and we did have a core attribute being a weapon damage core, and with an attribute being a 10% headshot damage attribute. All right, for the knee pads, it is the third piece of the hotshot set. For the core attribute, we did have a weapon damage and a 10% headshot damage attribute. And the gloves, guys, we did have on the Overdog exotic gloves, and it comes with the core attribute being weapon damage, and it automatically comes with critical hit chance and critical hit damage attribute. The talent is what truly stands out on these gloves, though. It basically does the opposite of the marksman rifle. It amplifies weapon damage to the lowest ranking enemy that is on the battlefield, and the talent is called the weakest link. So basically, again, guys, if it does the opposite. So just look at the scale. I'm not going to read all these down, but basically the lower level of enemy that is on the battlefield, you will do 30% increase in amplified damage. So basically, if you got these two equipped, you should be getting 30% increase in amplified damage to any enemy, to the lowest level enemies, and 125% increase amplified to the highest ranking enemies that are on the battlefield. All right, for the backpack, it is the second piece of the Hagsburg guard set, and for the core attribute, we do have an armor core, and the attributes, guys, we do have a 6% critical hit chance with two 10% headshot damage attributes. The talent we did roll was vigilance, and this increases total weapon damage by 25%, but taking damage disables this buff for 4 seconds. For the skills, we did go with a Revive a Hive just in case we went down. We had a second chance to get back up, and we did use the decoy. That way we can distract those enemies and make it a lot easier to get those headshots in. Alright, so guys, like I said, for the Revive and Conquer global modifier, we did not play much of the retaliation at all. So we won't be getting much benefit from that. Most of our damage will be coming from the passive modifiers and the active modifier whenever we do activate it. And we did decide to use the Zealot modifier, active modifier, and on activation you gain 20 stacks of Zealot, which each one granting weapon damage and damage reduction boost. And basically after 10 seconds you begin losing 1 stack per second, and the stack consumption rate is increased every 10 seconds. Eliminating hostiles does restore the Zealot stacks. Upon reaching 0 stacks, a damaging EMP explosion is targeted at your location, leaving you at 1 health. For every enemy that is hit by the explosion, you recover armor and health, and this is based on how high of a level you are on the table below. For the passive modifiers, we did go with Rupert's Tear. Whenever you break any plate on a tank's armor, all other armor plate is broken. When this happens, you apply bleeding to enemies within 15 meters. For the second one, we did go with Stepping Stone. Eliminating assaults with headshots add hollow point ammo. Hollow point ammo basically amplifies weapon damage by 20% and applies bleed on hit. We did go with the Batter Up modifier as well, and basically any grenade within 5 meters of you is destroyed. It does have a 30-second cooldown. While in cooldown, you have increasing your grenade radius of 100%. For the weapon stats, as you can see, guys, we had 1,188,046 weapon damage, critical hit chance of 22% with 62% critical hit damage, and a headshot damage of 314%. Alright, agents, this build works pretty squishy, so you do want to stay in cover. For the armor on this build, we were sitting right there at 1,100,016 armor, 0 armor on the kill with 4,925 armor regeneration, and that is because of the attribute that we do have rolled on our chest. Now, another option with this build, guys, that if you wanted more marksman rifle damage, I would recommend just wearing one piece of the Raldi set, and that gives you 10% increase in more marksman rifle damage. But keep in mind, you will lose a little bit of headshot damage whenever you do equip this instead of using the hotshot gear, third piece of the hotshot gear set. So basically, as you can see, it does take your total damage up to 1.23 million. And that is up from that 1.19 million, but you do lose a little bit of headshot damage. It goes down to 284% instead of the 314% that we did have whenever we have on all 3 pieces of the hotshot gear set. You could also use the turbo knee pads as well to spread that damage, but keep in mind when dealing damage to an enemy, 50% of the damage dealt will be dealt to another enemy within 30 meters instead. When there are no enemies nearby, you deal normal damage. This damage does not apply to armor plates. So for the class specialization on this build, I did go with the sharpshooter specialization. Always go whatever works best for you. But this class gives a lot of passives that boost marksman rifle and rifles. For example, you do have 15% increase in weapon stability, reduced recoil, and faster requisition of targets. So that's just amazing. Armor kits repair 100% and remove status effects and increases resistance to bleed, poison, and burn for 20 seconds. You also get 15% increase in headshot damage with rifles and marksman rifle and allow for more precision kills. You will also have access to the tactician drone, which scouts and marks hostile targets, feeding them to the AG. Alright, all group members that are closer to the enemies than you get 10% increase in headshot damage, and extra armor is gained while in cover. Alright, after 20 seconds in cover, you start generating 5 marksman rifle and rifle ammo every 10 seconds. Alright agents, and last but not least, don't forget to equip the correct weapon element to get your 15% increase in marksman rifle damage. It does make a major difference in your build. Alright agents, if you like the build, let's give it a thumbs up. Thank you for your valued time and continued support. Really means a lot. Stick around, we got a little bit more gameplay for those who enjoy watching the gameplay. D-Werewolf out.
Stored on the military grade laptop, kept in the main holding area downstairs. The first priority is to release the prisoners to keep the True Sons busy. You'll be looking for some kind of security tunnel.
Reinforcements en route. Signs critical.
Picked up on camera again.
Serious trauma detected.
Come on, chew on this, asshole. You want to see what I...
I'm coming for you. We galloping to... What the hell is going on?
You never had a chance.
Immediate medical assistance needed.
That's a good spot for a target.
No more contacts. All clear.
You just recovered intel that's going to be a whole lot of help to Odessa in the short term, but to all of us in the long run. You also effectively put this hellhole out of commission.